What's going on YouTube? Today we'll be going over how to play Nahida for Dummies, okay? This will be a little short 10-minute video about what kind of weapons you can run on her, the artifacts, what constellations would be best if you are trying to get more, and of course her talents, followed by me having several team comps run across the screen and show you a little bit of what they look like as we continue to have a conversation about Nahida. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into it, and let's go ahead and have some fun. So Nahida is going to be meta, of course. She is still one of the best. She is the best Dendro applicator when it comes down to just her being who she is. She is still phenomenal. So when it comes down to her weapons, you have several choices that you can rock out with. The first one being 1,000 floating dragons. Of course, that is her signature weapon. I do not have that. I used to want a DPS Nahida, so my build is a little bit confusing. I need to switch it to all elemental mastery, but it is what it is right now. I don't feel like going through the process of farming again. So let's just go ahead. Let me get back on subject though. So of course, her best weapon is going to be her signature weapon, which is 1,000 floating dragons, followed by sacrificial fragments, the weapon that I have on her right now. Then we are going to move on over to Mappa. Mappa is very good too. It gets you that elemental mastery that you may be looking for. And then last but not least is going to be her RNG weapon, the RNG weapon, the Las Vegas weapon, as I like to call it, because you never know what you are going to roll. And that is going to be the Las Vegas weapon, as I just said, okay? It is going to give you a chance to get the elemental mastery increase, or your elemental damage increase, or your attack increase. So it's a very risky weapon, but if you like it, I love it. Okay, so those are going to be the 4 weapons that I'm going to recommend. I do not do 3-star weapons, so yeah, sorry about that if you just like 3-star weapons, or if you don't have any of those weapons, sorry. Artifacts. When it comes down to building Nahida, it does not matter if she is sub DPS or DPS. Elemental mastery is going to be your bestie. That's my bestie. That's my bestie. Hey, okay. That is going to be your bestie. You want to focus on that for your sands. Now for the cup, you can definitely rock out with the Dendro damage bonus if you are trying to make her be more so of a DPS, then sure, you can go ahead and do that. But the cup needs to be elemental mastery as well. And of course, the crown can be a EM crown or a crit rate, crit damage. Just depends on how you are playing her, because as support DPS, she is still deadly, and as main DPS, she is even more deadlier if you got the constellations to support it. Of course, the substacks that you are going to be focusing on is going to be elemental mastery, crit rate, crit damage, and then a little bit of energy recharge. She doesn't necessarily need a ton, but having some is great. Okay, it's going to be great. Now when we take a look at mine, we do not judge me, okay? We do not want to judge me, but I'm running 4-piece Deepwood. Okay, now let's talk about what you can run on yours. What you can run on yours is going to mainly be the 4-piece Deepwood. That is what you are going to see across the board. Majority of people will have Deepwood, because what does Deepwood do? After an elemental skill or burst hits an opponent, the target's defense, the target's Dendro, come on now LG, the Dendro res will be decreased by 30% for 8 seconds. This is really good. So if every team comp you have is going to have Nahida in it, go ahead and put her on Deepwood, okay? Now if you're going to have another character on Deepwood who can apply it rather quickly off their skill or ultimate, then yes, you do not have to have Nahida on Deepwood. You don't have to if you're going to have another team member who is going to rock out with the Deepwood. With that being said though, Dreams is a good backup if you want to just be different and have someone else on your team comp rock out the Deepwood. Deepwood attack is increased by 14% for each party member whose elemental type is the same as the equipping character. And elemental mastery is increased by 50 for every party member with a different elemental type. Okay, so you're going to get a little bit more bang for your buck if you go with dreams, but mainly you are going to see people on deep wood. I have seen something recently where people are rocking her out on golden for the skill, if you're just doing like a skill thing, but I'm not recommending golden. You try that out if you want to. I do not think that is like a recommendation that I would suggest, but I have seen it around. But mainly I'm going to just feel very comfortable on deep wood myself, so I'm going to recommend deep wood for you. But once again, it is all preference. It all depends on how you want to play your team comps. I'm not heavy meta over here. I just want everybody to have a good build, bro. Have a good roster so you can do what you need to do to accomplish stuff in your world. Now, when it comes to mine, I have the flower right here. I'll let you take a look at my build. We have the flower, the feather. You see the substats, bro. The sands, on the other hand. If you know me from TikTok, let me know if you know me from TikTok. I gotta know. And then of course we have the cup. Yeah, the cup on the other hand is going to be looking like this. And then we have our crown. Our crown is trash, bro. I'll be the first one to admit it. Our best piece is our off piece, which is our sands. It is delicious. Constellation. When it comes down to our Constellation, if you are pulling for her for the first time, please let me know if this is you just going back for more and more because you are just a little fat kid who wants some more cake at that birthday party. Yeah, then let me know what Constellation you are going for, or if you are going for her weapon. All right, but the best Constellation for someone who is not trying to go C6 and just curious about which one they should attempt to go for, you can stop at our C2, okay? Opponents that are marked by the seeds of Skenda applied by Nahida herself will be affected by the following effects: burning, bloom, hyper bloom, and burgeon reaction damage they receive can score crit hits. Crit rate and crit damage are fixed at 20% and 100% respectively within 8 seconds of being affected by quicken, aggravated, spread. Defense is decreased by 30%. That is so good, bruh. That is so good. And oh man, that is nice, bruh. That is so good for her. It's just so good, bro. So good to be a C2. Her talents, when it comes to her talents, of course, the talents is going to be where we have a lot of fun, okay? Let's take a look at this first passive talent, okay? The first passive talent. When unleashing Illusory Heart, the Shrine of Maya will gain the following effects. The elemental mastery of the active character within the field will be increased by 25% of the elemental mastery of the party member with the highest elemental mastery. You can gain a total of 250 elemental mastery in this manner. What is this saying? This is saying the maximum elemental mastery you want on Nahida Fajita is going to be 1,000. That is the maximum you can have. And then she'll give 250 of that to party members in your team comp, okay? That is insane, bro. That is a lot of elemental mastery to help get the job done or whatever you are trying to accomplish. And then next up, we have each point of Nahida's elemental mastery beyond 200 will grant 0.1 bonus damage and 0.03 crit rate to try karma purification from all schemes to know. A maximum of 80 bonus damage and 24 crit rate can be granted to try karma purification in this manner. So that is just insane. So what is this saying? Get as much elemental mastery as you can. That is all you want to do on Nahida Fajita, unless you are going the DPS route, but still you want to get as many rolls as you can into the elemental mastery. Unfortunately, my build is not that great. I had a lot of HP rolls, I had some defense rolls. Like, it's not that great. Recommended ER is right where it needs to be, around 115. This is my split. I wanted more constellations, but I'm going to eventually just go ahead and switch to all elemental mastery myself and try to hit that target goal, because that is insane. I'm actually having a lot of fun right now with Dendro team comps, and I hope you are too. If there's a character that you want me to go ahead and break down for and simplify for you, leave a comment below. I hope this video was helpful. Enjoy your day. Take care. And Peace.